With key Ukrainian cities surrounded by invading Russian forces, President Vladimir Putin remained defiant this weekend, vowing the fighting would not stop until Ukraine backed down. Putin made the comments during a phone call with his Turkish counterpart. According to the Kremlin's accounting of that phone call, Putin said he would only stop the offensive if Kyiv ceases hostilities and fulfills Russia's requirements, of which Ukraine is perfectly aware. With Moscow and Kyiv set to hold another round of talks on Monday, Russia is also issuing a new threat to Ukraine's Western allies. Russia's defense ministry warns any country offering its airfields to the Ukrainian military could be considered parties to the war. The threat comes as Ukraine's president appeals for Soviet-era fighter jets to fend off Russian attacks.
It's
your humanitarian duty to protect us, to protect civilians. And you can do it. If you don't do it, if you don't at least give us airplanes so we can defend ourselves, the only thing we can think is that you also want us to be killed slowly.
Does that get a green light from the U.S., or are you afraid that that will escalate tension?
No, that gets a green light.
The U.S. Secretary of State, appearing on the American Sunday shows, says the White House is in talks with Poland to potentially backfill their jets so Warsaw can give Ukraine their warplanes. And he opened the door to a ban on Russian oil.
We are now talking to our European partners and allies to look in a coordinated way at the prospect of banning the import of Russian oil while making sure that there is still an appropriate supply of oil on world markets.
As the West looks for new ways to punish the Kremlin, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has now landed in Europe, where this week he'll meet with partners to discuss their coordinated response. Meantime, the Canadian Armed Forces says in the coming days, additional flights will depart with both lethal and non-lethal military equipment earmarked for Ukraine. Caryn Ceolin, City News.